5, 6, 7, 8.
It sounds a little bit hokey, like the actor's tools are his or her voice and body, so you gotta get in tune with those before you go on stage. There's a definitive difference in performance when you warm up and when you don't. By resonating your voice, practicing projecting, which is not the same as just being loud, getting in touch with your body and knowing how you look and how you feel on stage is important.
I like to do a lot of stretches, like warm up my body. I don't want me to be on stage in front of an audience and that be the first time that, you know, my heart rate has actually gotten up to an active level. I want to make sure that that's done before I hit the stage so that I know how I feel, I know where my body's at. Do some breathing exercises, because there's nothing like getting in the moment when you're on stage and forgetting how to breathe. It makes it very difficult. You can't just be concerned with your part, you have to be concerned with all the other people on there. It's very ensemble, collective, collaborative.
Well, the theater is an ensemble. It's a collaboration between people. In this cast we had 22. So to create a believable world on stage, you have to be thinking and believing in the same thing and trying to achieve the same world. So warming up is important for that, in that you have to create a group dynamic and energy and build a kind of rapport with your actors, so that you trust them and that you feel like you're on the same page and that you've created something together. I mean, within the ensemble is included the crew backstage. You know, theater's the one art form that you can't do just by yourself. You have to have somebody that builds a stage for you, that puts lights on you, that makes sure the sound quality around you is appropriate. People who dress you, people who design costumes for you. And then backstage there's a stage manager, people who make sure that the show is running smoothly. Quick dressers, quick changes. If you have to change outfits in 15 seconds, you have to have somebody there to help you, because
You could be watching a very slow play on stage and backstage everybody could be running around, you know, like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to make this get on there at that certain time. Sometimes props will come off this way and then they got to be coming on from the other way in like 3 seconds. So you'll see people walk off real nice and then they're sprinting around, and there could be 2 people sprinting with them, you know, throwing on hats and taking clothes from them and cleaning up the area so that other actors that have to run around. Working backstage is almost a whole different process. To be on stage, you know, you do your voice warm-ups, you do your stretching, you get ready, you go over your lines, you talk to other actors, and so backstage you need to kind of, you know, just put out that vibe of, I'm here for you, go do your thing, you don't have to worry about anything else, we're going to take care of it. And we have clear comms so we can all communicate very quietly, because we can't be yelling back and forth while the play's going on.
The show had a lot of different things going on at the same time and a lot of people, and it was a really big deal to really be in sync. And that was the thing that I also noticed pretty early on too, is that we all kind of had to be in tune with each other to really make things work. So just kind of being there for each other and just checking on everyone and kind of seeing where we all are, where our heads all were before the show started, because there was a total difference between when we had all kind of linked up and kind of got centered together versus when we were all on our own level, because we all kind of had to be at the same place at the same time for things to really work. And I really do think that it came together really well. So that was probably another really big challenge, because it's just a lot of people doing a lot of things at the same time. But it was definitely really interesting and something I'll never forget.
Dance is definitely my escape. It's my stress reliever. It always has been since I started dancing. My favorite part about dance is probably performing and the thrill of being on stage.
Way I look at dance is art, and it's a way of expression.
And if they try to break us down, don't let that.
Well, I've been dancing for about 18 years now. Trying to make a career out of it more so for about 4 years.
It's exciting that you worked so long and so hard for, you know, just a few moments on stage, but usually the hours you put into rehearsal and all this blood and sweat, tears, etc., is all worth it whenever I'm on stage. My dance instructors, ever since I was little, they have had a huge impact on my life. I think they have kind of molded me into the person I am today. I'm in the studio 5 out of 7 days a week, especially closer to performance time. It's pretty much like a part-time job. It's about 20 hours in the studio a week or more. And closer to performance time and production week, I know we spend hours in the theater, probably close to 30 hours a week, especially for performance time.
I've never been quote-unquote classically trained, but I've taught for, like I said, I taught for 4 years. I've done multiple shows around the country and some outside the country as well. So I've actually done classes for choreography in itself, but other than that, it's just basically the way I interpret it, and I just kind of go for it.
I teach little ones, ages about 3, and then I teach all the way up to about 16. I've been able to choreograph a few pieces for Ballet Tennessee that have been featured in Chattanooga Dances and a little bit of Ballet Tennessee's performances. I'm planning on moving to a bigger city where there are more options for dancers my age. Here in Chattanooga, there are a lot of options for high school students, but not so much college students and adults. So my ideal plan is to graduate with my degree and hopefully move to a bigger city. I still love dance with all my heart to this day, so I really want to keep dancing somehow and keep it in my life in some way.